गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We are in Dnyaneshwari, and towards the end, and we are looking at the greatness of Bhagavad Gita and the greatness of the sage Vyasa, and we are explaining Vyasa means the one who, Vyas word means that which expands, and the sage Vyasa, who was the present at the time of Krishna, and the Mahabharata is happened in front of him, and he composed the entire Mahabharata because he had seen it, experienced it. In fact, all the whole lineage in the Kuru Vansh began because of him, because all those reasons are different, and thus here the impossibility of ever being grateful to the Geeta, Mother Geeta, impossibility of ever being grateful to the Lord, impossibility of ever being grateful to the teacher was being expressed. That because essentially both are one, so what gratefulness is going to be expressed when we have studied the Gita, or we have surrendered to the Lord, or we have realized the self? Who will do what? This is impossible, and this is what the Bhagavad Gita endeavors us to achieve in our life. It is not. Last week I was telling you that on the battlefield it is not possible to have 3 hours of lecture. It will take 3 hours of chanting of the Bhagavad Gita. So he must have said it succinctly, but the greatness of sage Vyas, that he expanded it, and therefore here he says, if this infinite Brahman had not been encompassed within these 700 verses, who would have comprehended it? Knowledge flows only in duality. Knowledge flows only in duality. If in duality you want to think how absolute is functioning, he's playing with himself. Water is playing with himself. By chance, some wave is getting created. And where is it getting created? Only on the top, only on the surface. It has got no individual existence. It appears to be an individual wave in the manner of form, but essentially it has got no independent existence. Similarly, you and me, we appear to be independent, we appear to be different from each other, but essentially we are one. Understand this? So then who will teach whom? But when duality is being experienced, we consider ourselves to be an individual, we consider ourselves to be a seeker. At that time, such here in this particular text, Bhagavad Gita is a apt scripture to give you complete knowledge of how to live in this world, how to perform karma, how to be meditative, how to surrender, how to come to be the self, and how this self alone is one without a second. Every aspect of the relative as well as the absolute is covered. Till from relative to the absolute is covered. Nothing is left for chance, for you to think about, for you to ponder upon afterwards. Everything is covered. And therefore, Gita was told before we saw, it is the essence of all the Upanishads. Upanishads being coming from the Vedas, they are the highest knowledge that you can get. There, all these verses of Bhagavad Gita, Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva, or do this karma, or do that devotion, all those words are not used. They are only straight, one thing, and that is, you are the truth, full stop. Only that, without any ambiguity, without beating about the bush, your attention is brought to the reality. Because there the expectation of the student, from the student, is by the Upanishad, because Upanishads are always a dialogue between a student and a teacher. So there the expectation is that the student has already worked out the basic, has got the basic qualification before he is asking such deep, pertinent questions as to who am I, as to what is the reality. And what is that basic qualification? Vivek, Vairagya, Shatka Sampatti and Mumukshutvam. Vivek is discrimination between the real and the unreal. Vairagya is dispassion towards the changing. Shatka Sampatti is control of mind, control of senses, not allowing the mind to leak out of the senses, enduring joyfully whatever life is throwing at you, doing all this with faith. It leads to contentment. And the last but not the least is Mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam is intense yearning to liberate while living, not posthumously, while living. So with this, it is an expectation by the teacher in the Upanishads that the student has already worked all this out. He is just seeking the final refinement so that he can glide into being the self. Because many times we see great sages coming and asking the question. So, understand the whole picture. So here it is said, who could have comprehended it? The cloud draining up water from the sea sends shower of rain, and so the whole world looks to them with hope. Meaning what? It is recycled water. So what is this creation? Recycled reality. Just as from the ocean the water gets evaporated, becomes the cloud, and then precipitates somewhere, and then comes down as fresh water which can be drunk, and it nourishes you. You can't drink salt water. It nourishes you, it irrigates the field, you can wash clothes, wash your body, everything. And then where does that water go after falling on the earth? Again back to the ocean. But once it mixes with the ocean, again you cannot drink. Because there is no duality left. Because there is no duality left. So exactly the same way. That one reality has as if evaporated and come down in the form of Gita to us. This joy of duality, if it is with regards to self-perfection, then it is a joy. Otherwise, if you are running after the world for objects, for people, emotions, for relationships, for, what is that? Putreshna, Vitteshna and Lokeshna. These are the three main desires. Under these three desires, all desires of the world are covered. First is the desire for wealth. Second is, that is Vitteshna. Putreshna is for whom the wealth? For my children. I want to make a good portfolio to leave it behind for my children. So, Putreshna, desire to continue your lineage. And third, Lokeshna, that I must do good deeds in this world so that I become popular and people come to know me. He's a great donor, he's a great this, he's a great speaker, he's a great whatever. So these three desires, as money comes into the pocket, as fame comes to you, as people start, as a result of your purity, as a whatever, even as a sattvic person, as a sannyasi also, it can easily get into your head, the name and fame. Every day check how many likes are there. It can happen. And then what is the difference between that Taylor Swift and you? Same thing. No, it is not for that purpose. So the seeker who has resolved these three desires and everything that comes under its ambit has resolved everything, and then come to the student teacher in Upanishads. So here Bhagavad Gita is that sweet, not the salted water of the ocean, of the reality. Because reality without form, without name, without attributes, without qualities, how will you access it? It sounds nice, I want to liberate to know that reality. But what is that reality? Oh, I can't talk about it. I could talk about it as Satchidananda. I could talk about it as Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarup. It is the eternal one, it is the ancient one, it is the continuous one, it is the all-pervading one, it is the ever pure one. But what is it? I can't. I'm using all these words. I'm using the word water in the ocean, but I can't drink it. I'm using the word reality. I'm using the word absolute. I'm using the word Satchidananda and all these different words. But as long as I am thinking, as long as I am an individual, I can't access it. See the maja. Only when that same absolute comes down in the form of that is palatable to us, that is digestible by us, that which is contemplatable by us, that which we can without too much confusion are easily able to grasp. When it comes in that form. So first it came as Vedas. And after so many millions of years, it has come down as Bhagavad Gita. Need of the time. So it came down as Bhagavad Gita. It's palatable. It's easily understood. Yeah, Karma Yoga. Yeah, that's what I do. I was wondering why my actions are not becoming fruitful. Do it this way, it will become fruitful. But better way is not to do action for a fruit. Correct? So the second, third, fourth, fifth chapter were about how to dissolve the doership. And how to meditate. Yeah, I've been thinking, I'm doing off and on, but how to do it? Then it was told how to do meditation. What should be the goal? Uddharet atmana atmanam atmanam avasadayet. When that fellow doesn't understand that raise yourself, by yourself, in yourself, for yourself, then he says, where is the self? I can't understand. Okay, go. Get some grass, get some deer skin, get some cloth, put it clean the one corner in the house where people don't walk too much, then lay down everything. First lay the grass, then lay the deer skin, then put the cloth, and then take shower, freshen up yourself, wear light clothes, loose clothes, and then sit down. Because he didn't understand Uddharet Atmana Atmanam. So this way, Bhagavad Gita is unfolding everything, meditation, what is this creation, what should be your attitude towards past, present and future, what should be your attitude towards waking dream and deep sleep, what should be your attitude towards the gross and the subtle world and the unmanifest world, should you indulge in them or not indulge in them, and if you need to indulge, if you find yourself indulging, what should be your attitude of indulgement or interaction. not indulgement, what should be our attitude of interaction. And all those things, nitty gritty, everything was covered. All that is covered. Why we are able to say that? Because now that infinite has appeared, like that infinite water, salty waters have appeared as fresh water for us, Ganga ji. Similarly, that infinite reality has appeared for us, that palatable, digestible, drinkable, understandable Bhagavad Gita, which covers every aspect of life. See how wonderful. Send showers of rain, and so the whole world looks to them with hope. For who could look at the sea which is unlimited and which does not increase or diminish? Our experience of life is waxing and waning. Our experience of life is waking and sleeping, being awake to variety and being other unmanifestation of variety, which is deep sleep. But in the reality, all this doesn't happen. I want something which can explain my experience, which can be re-put to me, so that while living in this experience of duality, I can come to be that which is the essence. This is the way. For who could look to the sea which is unlimited and which does not increase or diminish? Had not sage Vyasa written these beautiful verses, who could have heard or read the theme which transcends speech? Because the theme, the essence of Bhagavad Gita is the self. The essence of Bhagavad Gita is not to keep the book on the altar and show the light and show the incense. No. The essence of the Bhagavad Gita is the essence of the whole creation. And what is that? The consciousness, the reality, the truth. Continuing, 1706. मेघ सिंधूचे पाणी वाहे तरी जग तयातेची पाहे काजे उमपते नोहे ठाकते कोण्हा आणि वाचा जे न पवे ते हे श्लोक न होते बरवे तरी काने मुखे फावे ऐसे का होते म्हणूनी श्री व्यासाचा हात होरू विश्वा झाला उपकारू जे श्री कृष्ण उक्ती आकारू ग्रंथाचा केला आणि तोची हामी आता श्री व्यासाची पदे पाहता पाहता आणला श्रवणपदा मराठिया व्यासादिकांचे उन्मेख राहाटती जेथ साशंक तेथ मीही रंक येक चावळी करी. He says, so first was, sage Vyasa has done a great favor to the world by giving the discourse of Lord Sri Krishna in the form of a book, and I am now bringing out the same book in the Marathi language after a full scrutiny of the words of Vyasa. So this is this 12-year-old Dnyaneshwari Maharaj, who has been instructed by his elder brother, who is also his guru, Nivruttinath. He says, Dada, what should I do? He says, give lectures on Bhagavad Gita. And he kept giving, for so many months he was giving it. And to whom was he giving? He was giving it to one and all. There was no discrimination, whether it is poor or rich, whether it is a learned or ignorant person, whether he is a pandit or he is a farmer or a cobbler, did not matter. Everyone was welcome to his talks. And therefore we see the language in which he has presented, it's catering to all types of minds. Shankaracharya's commentary caters to only intellectuals. Dnyaneshwari Maharaj's commentary caters to one and all. Because so many, innumerable number of examples for everything, because that uneducated fellow is not going to understand the technical words. So the example that you cannot drink the ocean waters, but you can drink the waters which are precipitated down. Therefore, everyone looks up to the sky for the clouds so that the water drops, rain comes. So we must also look forward to Bhagavad Gita to come into our life. See? So in this manner, he has brought it to, so he says, now I am bringing out the same book in the Marathi language. This was a time, see, till uh, Shankaracharya was in the 8th century. Our Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is in the 13th century, 13th century or 14th century, 770 years ago, 60, 70 years ago. So, in the previous ages, everyone was the knowledge was kept as secret. It was not only to the qualified people the knowledge was given. What do you mean, sir? Only qualified? Which means we all would have been disqualified from studying the scriptures. Simple as that. Then what has happened? How come we are studying? Because the time has changed and these great masters saw that somehow the knowledge must reach the common man. And because the Kali Yuga has come. Kali Yuga is the time period where too much arguments, too much, what do you call? Kali means kalaha. Kala means arguments, infighting. This infighting is not only in your mind, but it is also going on outside. You see the whole world right now. The situation is worse than the Second World War. What is this kalaha? Kalaha means for gold, woman, and what is the third thing? And drinks. Man will do anything. Or drinks means drugs also. Man will do anything. That's what he wants. Why he wants that? Because that is the way, that is the period of the Kali Yuga. So only those who have, by the grace of the divine, been brought to such scriptures or to bend towards the truth and think of the truth and the Lord, they alone can, but then they have to practice it in their life. And Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is making sure that all these people in the Kali Yuga, in the coming ages, instead of remaining disturbed, and outside disturbance is a reflection of inner disturbance. Understand this. Nothing outside is happening which is not happening in your mind, because the whole creation is in your mind. So, am I seeing beauty in this creation? Every saint and sage sees perfection in the creation. How come I am seeing only disturbance? Because you are disturbed. Simple. If I am wearing yellow glasses, I'll see a yellow world. If I wear black glasses, I'll see a black world. If I wear blue glasses, I'll see a blue world. So what am I wearing? Are the thoughts in my mind oriented towards the inert, tamas? Are my thoughts in my mind oriented towards rajas, dynamism? Or are the thoughts in my mind oriented towards sattva, purity? You decide. Through that screen of purity, dynamism, and inert, you are going to see the world. Because thoughts is the world. Okay? You have to keep connecting these things. Normally, sitting by ourselves, we'll never think. I will also not think so deeply. It's only in satsang that suddenly it starts exploding. Then what happens when you are alone? Sit silent or do your japa. Here the words trigger the mind, which is continuously single-pointedly thinking about the divine. It gets triggered into these contemplations. Normally we don't when I'm with myself, I never think in this manner. So here Dnyaneshwar Maharaj also, by himself, was he giving any lectures on Bhagavad Gita? No. All the people came, so he gave lecture, no? And that also because his teacher told. And in which manner? That which was decipherable, understandable by one and all. So that they can remove the disturbance from their mind. They can remove the disturbance. The disturbance in the mind is always between good and bad. Should I or should I not? Should I live a desire-oriented life and desire for the world? And we are told, no, live a desireless life. Well, it is not possible to have no desire. Then what do you do? Then answer Bhagavad Gita gives. Shift your desires to the divine. And many other ways, examples and ways are given. So things are told in Bhagavad Gita which are practical and one can apply in daily life. In Upanishads, there is nothing to apply. In Upanishads, there is nothing to apply. Then what you have to do in Upanishads? Like Kathopanishad? Only listen and abide. Only listen and abide. Because the student there is already a prepared student. Here the student is not prepared. Every Tom, Dick and Harry has come. Many have come who have never heard of Bhagavad Gita. Many have come who have never heard of Bhagavad Gita. Even here, when he is talking to so many people. See? Continuing. A meek person like me is babbling about the meaning of the Gita, which baffled even the intellect of Vyasa. So he is now creating a relationship between that great sage who wrote the Bhagavad Gita, expanded the words of Krishna and Arjuna interaction. So he says, he must be wondering what all I am blabbering here. Because I am expanding on the words that he has written. Exactly just like Upanishad is there, Shankaracharya has written the commentary. We take that commentary and make it even longer. So, whatever the communication was there between Krishna and Arjuna, sage Ved Vyasa took it and put it into 700 verses. He has taken, Dnyaneshwar Maharaj has taken those 700 verses and put it into, how many? Into 1811 OVs, verses. And I have taken, the teacher takes that and expands it even further. You see? This is called Vyasa Paddhati. So now he is showing, Dnyaneshwar Maharaj is showing that he is nothing. Everything is happening by his grace. That what can I talk about what the great sage has written? What can I talk about what Lord Krishna has written, has said? I'm not qualified to say anything. I'm not qualified to speak on Bhagavad Gita. I'm not qualified to comment on Bhagavad Gita. I think that will come. It is all happening by Lord's grace and happening by my Guru's grace. And that should be our attitude. Don't say, I understood. No, by his grace I understood. We can speak in language every time. You cannot speak by God's grace, by God. You say, I understood. But in your mind, it would be very clear that it is by his grace that understanding is taking place. Now, a meek person like me is babbling about the meaning of the Gita, which baffled even the intellect of Vyasa. But this divine Gita is so guileless that she accepts the floral wreath in the form of Vyasa's discourse, but would not reject the sacred doop grass offered by me. How because he's personified the Bhagavad Gita. In our culture, in Sanatan Dharma, everything is personified. The sun is also personified, so you got the sun god. You got the lightning is personified, you have the Indra. The moon is personified, you have got the god Chandra. The directions are personified. The 9 planets are personified. You see them as bodies rotating around the earth, but there is a divinity, there is a potential, there is a power. There is some gravitational power in that each planet which is keeping it in its position and also helping other planets to be in their orbits, isn't it? So all 9 planets around the sun are pushing and pulling each other so that they can keep going around and round and round. So what is that power? That is personified. What is that power in you which is able to express as words, express as emotions, express as understanding? Oh, you say it is mind. Where is mind? Show me. Show me. So even though you can't see it, that potential is present in everything and everyone. That potential is in a grain of sand to the Creator. Everywhere that potential is. See, that has to be invoked. So here he is invoking. So even though this is a Bhagavad Gita, he is invoking the potential. For us, she is a mother. Because she's taking care of us. She's teaching us how to live our life. Who is the first teacher? Mother only. And she's doing it with so much compassion. Nowhere she has scolded us. Very gently, very compassionately. And step by step she's holding our finger, and from absolute, what is the beginning of Bhagavad Gita? Identity crisis, where you have lost the plot of life, and she has brought us to this point where we have got no doubts left in our mind. Covered the entire plethora of thoughts and ideas that can come as doubts in your mind. See, step by step, nothing is left unturned, untouched in Bhagavad Gita. So Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is saying that great sage Vyasa, he wrote the Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavad Gita accepted his expansion of his his presentation of the Gita. But when I do it, why will she not accept it? I am also doing it with great devotion and surrender. So he's putting himself down, but at the same time, he's showing to Bhagavad Gita, Mama, I am not doing it out of arrogance. I am not doing it out of ego, that I am giving the lecture and these are the listeners, and I am a great 12-year-old who has become famous and this and that. I put the Pandits down and showed their place. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Humility, great knowledge begets great humility. If knowledge is leading to arrogance, you are ready to be crushed. Correct? Yes. Great humility must come. Vidya vinayana shobhate. Shobhate is knowledge when it is adorned, when it shines along with humility, then it is palatable. Otherwise, what do you call such a person? Professor. Who has the knowledge, but only if you give him the money. He's not doing it out of passion. He's not doing it out of love for the truth. He's doing it for survival. He's doing it for name and fame. Oh, but you need money to survive. knock some other door. Do grass offered by me. Continuing. व्यासादिकांचे उन्मेख राहाटती जेत साशंक तेथ मिहिरंक येक चावळी करी परी गीता ईश्वरू भोळा लेव्यासोक्ती कुसुम माळा तरी माझिया दुर्वादळा नान म्हणे की आणि क्षीर सिंधूचिया तटा पाणिया येती गजघटा तेथ काय मुरकटा वारिजत असे पांख फुटे पांखिरू नुडे तरी नभीच स्थिरू गगन आक्रमी सत्वरू तो गरुडही तेथ राजहंसाचे चालणे भूतळी झालिया शहाणे. मैं ज़्यादा पढ़ लिया क्या? शहाणे आणिके काय कोणे चालावेचिना जी आपुलेनी अवकाशे अगाध जळ घेपे कलशे चुळी चूळपण कैसे भरूनी न निघे. So he says, हाँ तो ठीक ही है 7, 10, 7, 11. He says, herds of elephants go to the sea. So how come this is coming different here? There is no elephant in here. परी गीता ईश्वरू भोळा ते व्यासोक्ती कुसुमाळा. आणि क्षीर सिंधूचिया तटा पाणिया यती गजघटा. So that is in 12th OV the elephant is coming. Here they are given it in the 11th only. तो
इसमें 11th ही है.
अच्छा. They must have taken the two lines together then. Maybe ऐसे हो सकता है. Herds of elephants go to the sea to drink water, but does that sea deny water to the sand flies? The eagle with a mighty sweep soars in the sky, but the young birds with new wings, who are not able to fly, hover also in the same sky. He is considering himself as a young bird who has just learned to fly. We must always consider ourselves to be that way. Otherwise, progress will be hampered. The day you think you know everything, gone. There is no growth after that. You will become stagnant. But the young bird hover also in the same sky. If the swan walks with a stately gait, does it mean that others should not walk in their own style? Where are we? राजहंसाचे चालणे भूतळी झालिया शहाणे आणिके काय कोणे चालावेचिना. 14th. So we are in the right place. That's all I want. So are we not allowed to walk in our own style? Every human being on this planet, every animal on this planet, every individual in each species on this planet has his own style. No two trees are similar. No two bushes are similar. No two grains of sand are similar. Everyone has its uniqueness. So he's saying, if I am expressing Bhagavad Gita in my own uniqueness, what's wrong? That's the point. Because this is how it is coming out of me. See? If a pitcher takes in water according to its capacity, should not others take a mouthful of water? If some Pandit is taking, he reads everything, he understands. Are the common people not allowed to even take a sip, a glass of water, and enjoy and quench their thirst? Isn't it? Those who have, you have been coming for few years, they have been coming for a long time, you guys have just come. You feel at one, you feel some questions are answered. That is drinking the, quenching your thirst. Some unresolved doubt, some unresolved questions about whatever. I think in last few classes that you have heard have been resolved. Think. Those who have been listening longer, even more. That's why they are so quiet. Then who's not quiet? Only I am not quiet. See? So here he says, because of a mouthful of water, a torch sheds mere light because of its greater size, but does not the wick give light according to its own capacity? Here he is showing, here the torch gives great light, sage Vyasa. I am only a wick. I got little bit light, but it is also able to dispel the darkness according to its size and capacity. I am that wick. Say, oh, beautiful examples. Just listening to the examples, you feel, arey yaar, no arrogance of his knowledge. Continuing, he says, so now here the next line, 16th, here is 15th. I don't know what is going on. Here the sky, जी आपुलेनी अवकाशे अगात जड़ घेपे कलशे चुड़ी चुड़पण ऐसे भरूनी न निघे. So that was that mouthful of water. Anyway, देवटीच्या आंगी थोरी तरी ते बहुतेज धरी वाती आपुलिया परी आणि चकीना जी समुद्राचे निपैसे समुद्री आकाश आभासे थिल्लरी थिल्लरा ऐसे बिंबेची पे तेवी व्यासादिक महामती वावरो येती इये ग्रंथी मा आम्ही ठाको हे युक्ती न मिळे कीर जिये सागरी जळचरे संचरती मंदराकारे तेत देखोनी शफरे ये रे पाहो न लाहती अरुण आंगा जवळिके म्हणवनी सूर्या ते देखे मा भूतळीची न देखे मुंगी काई. Here he says, herds of, oh no, where are we? The sky has a large reflection in the sea because of its wide expanse, but does it not get reflected in a small pond also? Now, which verse is this? This is the 15th one. जी आपुलेनी अवकाशे अगात जळ घेपे कलशे चुड़ी चूड़पण ऐसे भरूनी न निघे. So again he is showing that the reflection in the sea or in a pot is similar. There is a reflection. Yes, the reflection in the sea will be, you will see a full sun, but in a pot also you will see the sun. But because of less waters, you will see a smaller sun, that's all. Where are we? But does it not get reflected in a small pond also? In the same way, it does not stand to reason that talented persons like Vyasa should interpret Lord Krishna discourse and I should do nothing about it. I will also give discourse. I will also talk about it. If he can and he has been guided by the divine to talk and write, I have also been guided by the divine, in other words. And I should do nothing about it? No, it is our responsibility. What is our responsibility? What is our responsibility in the light of this? That we should bring this knowledge to more and more people. Your topic of discussions with people should be only about this. Somehow change the topic to this topic. Bring more into inspire them to come and listen to Bhagavad Gita, wherever. Not necessarily here, but wherever. Just today someone came, they said, Swamiji, my sister has come from India and every night I listen to your Kathopanishad, and she was sitting with me and she also heard. Now she's also inspired. I said, Acha? So, she's now, she says, I never heard Bhagavad Gita. I know Bhagavad Gita, but I never heard Bhagavad Gita. Not Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad. And just thinking about the conversation between Death and Nachiketa, I never asked her. Now every night she comes when I listen, and she comes and sits with me. Good. This is how. Without forcing anyone, it is not question of conversion. It is question of inspiration. Whatever. Don't you do this? Yesterday I went to see Veer Savarkar, day before yesterday. I'm talking to everyone about that movie. He was a great freedom fighter in India, who was locked up for 27 years by Britishers, and then by Indian government also, because they were scared of him. See? So, did someone pay me to advertise it? Did someone tell me, please go and tell all other people? Why did I do it? Because it was a great movie. Why do I share it with other people? Because I was inspired by it. It is natural that you share that information. So big question, if you are inspired by Bhagavad Gita, your mouth will automatically open to inspire other people. Then you will not be talking shop. Where is the sale going on? Where is the good restaurant? And where is this? No. You may begin that way, but very quickly the topic will change into something that will connect with the Bhagavad Gita. See? And this must happen. This must happen. This is our responsibility. More people come to know this knowledge, the better world we will have. The more you interact with this knowledge, better mind you have. If you have a better mind, your vision of the world is transformed, isn't it? Don't you wish and feel that other people also should not I'm not going to go out there, but any person who comes into my life, if you all come into my life, you in the beginning also, when you didn't know me, when you started, we will talk about anything in the world, but very quickly, 10-15 minutes later, the topic is spirituality. Topic is this. See? I uploaded one talk called, I was in Newcastle, and someone said, Swami ji, खाना खाने के लिए आ जाओ. मैंने कहा ठीक है, खाने के लिए गप्पे मारेंगे. गप्पे means we'll just have a chit chat. Went Sadar ji, and my other friends were there. Ravi was there, and Parminder was there in Newcastle. And when we started, we had our food, we chatted. Oh, this is nice. Chole bhature were nice. This was good. After that, we sat down. Then the hostess, she said, Swamiji, I have a question. And the moment she said, I have a question, they were still chatting, and I was not interested in all that. I'm just sitting on the sofa quietly. And the moment she said, Swamiji, I have a question, I said, ask. And the moment she spoke, everyone became quiet. Like pin drop silence. And I just remembered to put the recording on, just the audio recording. And the whole 1 hour session of question answers was recorded. So I put it on the casual musings. on the YouTube. So, what is anger? How do I overcome anger? What is the sadhana? Whatever question they were coming up with, and we are discussing. इतना interesting topic हो गया वो. See? So what I am trying to tell you here is your presence, wherever light comes, there is no darkness. So wherever you go, if we have really imbibed the knowledge of the Gita, and what is knowledge of the Gita? The essence, the self, the divinity. Wherever you go, your presence must dispel confusion and doubt and darkness, ignorance, correct? By your actions, by your speech, by your thought, that is your responsibility. No, this is my private group. I will only come here, and it is very cozy and nice. If more people are, then it will not become personal. Many people have this type of thoughts. It is our responsibility. This is the service that we can do to the humanity. Transform yourself and become a beacon wherever you are. ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो. ज्योत से ज्योत. नहीं तो हमको क्या पढ़िए? What are we getting out of it? Going here, going there, every week, having classes. For what? It's only out of inspiration. It's not out of, I'm not doing it because I need to do it. Well, it is my need, it may not be yours. But that it is out of inspiration, because I better be involved in this rather than anything else. Because if I don't do this, if I'm not involved in this, very easily the world will hijack my mind. Very easily. Very easily. You live 1 week, 2 weeks, you live, don't do anything, you see your mind. In this manner. And I should not do anything about it, because aquatic animals as big as a Mandhara mountain dwell in the sea. Should not the smaller fish swim there? Aruna, the sun's charioteers, sees the sun as he is close to him. So should not the ant on the earth look at him? So it will not be improper if ordinary persons like me should write a commentary on the Bhagavad Gita in the local language. In other words, all those people, he's saying, he's not judging the people, but you can see, because all common people were there, he's saying, why can't common people also hear the Bhagavad Gita? It was blasphemy in those times for a non-Brahmin, a non-educated person in scriptures to listen to Bhagavad Gita also. Even to listen to Bhagavad Gita. They were not even allowed to touch the scriptures. Because the so-called knowledgeable people, they had taken a higher status in the society. The society is equal. All people are equal. And therefore the Varkari Sampradaya came, where there is no discrimination between different castes. Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. With different varnas. It's not caste, it's different varnas. Everyone touches everyone's feet. Everyone can give lecture if you know the topic. And in this way, so again he's using the example that if an ant can see, or what is that? An ant on the earth can look at him. In other words, every manifestation in this creation, large or small, has the potential to see that divinity, to be available to that divinity, to express that divinity. You say, how will an ant express divinity? Tell. How will a mosquito express divinity? Tell. I'm asking.
Existence.
Anyone else?
What was the question?
Huh?
What was the question?
How will an ant or a mosquito express divinity?
Just by being.
Correct. Because without life, that mosquito is not a mosquito. So that life itself is the divine. Because there is nothing in this creation which is outside divinity. Divinity is the Upadan Karan and the Nimitta Karan. The material out of which the whole creation is made is divine. And the one who makes the creation out of the material called self is also the self, the divine. The material out of which a wave is made is water. The maker of the wave is also water. Where is the name and form? There's no name and form. It's only mithya. It's only an illusion. Only the truth is. So don't be too proud of your age and to be too proud of your beauty and to be too guilty of your overweight, health, ill health, knowledge, no knowledge. It's okay. Knowledge, no knowledge is only in the mind. You are the one who is beyond the mind. Accept it. That's it. Accept it. And accept it with such focus and availability that the form drops away. Form drops away. Anyway. So should not the ant on the earth look at him? So it will not be improper if ordinary persons like me should write a commentary on the Geeta in the local language. Now he is trying to justify his speaking on commentary on the Bhagavad Gita in the local language, which is Marathi. In that 770 years ago, the Marathi language. 1720. या लागी आम्हा प्रकृता देशिकारे वंधे गीता म्हणणे हे अनुचिता कारण नो हे आणि बापू पुढा जाये ते घेत पाऊलाची सोये बाळये तरी न लाहे पावो काई तैसा व्यासाचा मागोवा घेतू भाष्यकारा ते वाट पुसतू अयोग्य ही मी न पवतू के जाईन आणि पृथ्वी जयाची क्षमा नुबगे स्थावर जंगमा जयाचे निअमृते चंद्रमा निववी जग जयाचे आंगिक असिके तेजला होनी अंके अंधाराचे सावाईके लोटीजत आहे. He says, if a child follows the footprints of its father, will it not reach the same destination as its father? As I am following in the footsteps of sage Vyasa and consulting the commentator Sri Shankara, which way to go, where can I, though unworthy, reach if not the right place? So what are we following in life? Last week, I don't know if it was here or in Upanishad class, I gave an example. If one couple is having problem between each other and they go to a consultant to resolve their problem, and that consultant is we're talking about a couple, meaning husband and wife, and they want to divorce. But before that, let's see if we can. So they go to some consultant. What you call them, consultant or something else? Counselor. And who is that counselor? A very happily divorced person. or a miserably disposed person, what is she going to make sure? That you separate. Then whom should you go to? You should go to a person who is happily married.
Is that always true?
Always. It's not question of always true. You work out the logic. Will you go to study chemistry to a physics teacher? Huh?
No.
Will you go to study law to a geography teacher?
No.
No. Then why would you go to a divorced person to resolve the issues of your family? Why would you go to find how to solve the issues of your children to a person who has got no children? Only book knowledge. Think. Think. So you should go to a person who's having wonderful children, having the couple are happy with each other. Little bit tidbits are there, but in general they are happy. Then they can give you where we are going wrong if you are having a problem in your relationship. They can guide you without making sure, no, you have your right. Don't be a doormat in front of him, and you are being taken for a ride. You should not. I don't think you deserve this. Or you are much better than that person. And then eventually, what? Separation. But is that what we are? So you went to the wrong person, got the wrong guidance. Because that person is not thinking wholesomely. Same thing with medicine. You go to the doctors, sorry, but they know more and more of less and less. They don't look at the everything wholesomely. But you go to Ayurveda, you go to homeopathy, you go to the traditional medicine, they look at the whole body. Not only body, they look at your gross body, subtle body also. What thoughts you are having, how your energy is flowing, how your heartbeat is, how your pulse is. Not, you got a problem, okay, cut paste. See? So think a little bit commonsensically. That's all. So here he says, where are we? I am following in the footsteps of sage Vyasa and consulting the commentator Sri Shankara. So whom is he consulting? Sri Shankara. Who is Sri Shankara? The Lord Shankara. But who is Sri Shankara in his life? Nivruttinath. He is the Shankara, his elder brother. See, so whom has he gone to? See this, you can learn from a grain of sand also. In Mahabharata, where the Bhagavad Gita is appearing in the middle of Mahabharata epic, in the beginning of the Mahabharata, when the Pancha Pandavas and the Kauravas, all the princes were being taught by the Guru Dronacharya in the art of weaponry. That time one tribal prince, he also comes, Eklavya. He says, I also want to study, I am also prince. He says, hey, you are tribal, the teacher. Because for whatever reason, that's why he was killed in the war. Because he was not correct. He had an axe to grind. Therefore, he had come here to become the king, the teacher. Because he wanted to take a revenge. A sadhu does not take a revenge. A Brahmin does not take a revenge. He forgives and forgets and moves on. But he wanted to take a revenge. So the whole life was only what was driving in his life to become a great teacher in arms and armaments? Revenge. Pathetic. But that's different. But this tribal student, when he is rejected by this great teacher, he makes a statue of mud looking similar to the teacher. And looking at the teacher, he is having the ideal, he is having the faith that this statue and that teacher are one and the same, and he becomes a great archer, greater than Arjuna. greater than Arjuna. Where did he get the knowledge from? From a mud statue. Why did he get it from mud statue? Because of how he oriented his mind towards it. You don't need physical teacher. You don't need physical teacher. He shows it. Many teachers, many seekers, they get guidance in the subtle world. Mahatmas, great masters come and guide you to now move in this direction. Now do this japa. Now do that. There's no physical teacher there. All those who have come across Mahavatar Baba, you have heard of Mahavatar Baba? नहीं यार, इतनी बार मैंने बताया है. ऑटोबायोग्राफी योगी का नाम सुना है? तो उसके जो गुरु थे, लहड़ी महाशय के जो गुरु थे, that was महावतार बाबा जी. He is still alive in the Himalayas. In his search I went in 95, and whom I came across, and his incarnation, he appeared as Haida Khan Baba for 17 years. Him I met in 1982. See? So Lahiri Mahasaya never met him. But he came and presented himself, gave him the Diksha, gave him the mantra, do this, vanished. He appears and he vanishes. This you and me can't do. It is like you switch it on, all the characters come on the screen. You switch off, all of them gone. At a very gross sense, I appeared in your house and now I'll disappear from your house. But this is very gross. And there, what will come on the screen when I put the TV on? What will come?
Reflection.
रिफ्लेक्शन कहाँ है? उसमें तो प्रोजेक्शन चल रहा है यार.
The channel
तुम्हारा रिफ्लेक्शन थोड़ा ना उधर.
हमारा नहीं है.
the channel you have played.
So whatever channel you have selected, that alone will appear. What channel have we selected? The channel of differences, the channel of otherness, the channel of inert matter, the channel of imaginary world, channel of divinity, the channel of self-realization. And whatever you are fixated on and yearning to know that type of teacher comes into your life then. Because you put that channel on. That's all there is to it. And that is why we keep saying, make your mind single-pointed. He has made his mind single-pointed on his teacher, Sri Shankara, who is his elder brother. He says, I cannot go wrong. He is guiding me. It's not, I am nobody. Everything is happening because of Sri Shankara. And if he is guiding me, a person like me who is good for nothing, why will I not reach the right place if I got right guidance? Correct? See? If you want to go from one point A to point B and you don't know the way, you don't know anything, still you will reach. You will ask here and there, and if you have complete faith that the right person will come and guide me in the direction, it happens. Invariably, I go to a shopping center and I say, let the parking be available, and the parking is there. And if that thought is corrupted by mom, oh, I don't know, if it is so crowded, will the car park will be there? फिर नहीं मिलता, फिर घूमते रहो. See? Orient the thoughts in the right direction. Choose the right channel within your mind. Choose the right, correct channel. There are infinite number of channels of doubt, of confusion, of restlessness, of agitation, of comparison, of judgment, of low self-esteem, of low self-confidence, of whatever. I'm talking all negative, but they're positive also. You can choose opposite. Or you can choose beyond or positive and negative and be the think of the divine. You have to choose the channel. You can see the murder mystery, or you can see the what do you call these horror movies. It's also a channel. Or you can see Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. Mother-in-law was also once upon a time a क्या बोलते हैं डॉटर इन लॉ लिटरल ट्रांसलेशन मतलब कुछ नहीं है the mother-in-law was also once upon a time a daughter-in-law, because mother-in-law always interferes in daughter-in-law's life. Or you can choose Discovery Channel and make sure that next life you are born a zebra or a python. Huh? Or you can choose a Ramayana or a Jesus story or life story of Jesus. Or now today is what? Good Friday. Today is Good Friday. Tomorrow. So be ready for crucifixion. But every time you see the life of Jesus, you get inspired for what ideals he lived for. See? So you can choose to see that, or you can choose to see the horror. Or you can choose to see Mahabharata on TV. Or you can leave all that, or you can put on Swami Paramananda channel. Correct? See? Today, just before I was coming in 2 hours ago, one person from south of France, he SMS'd me. I thought, who's this +33? I don't know, something wrong. But it says, hello, namaste, Swamiji. I thought, ye kaun hai bhaiya? Is that some prank or something going on? Then he's saying, Swamiji, I've been very sick for a very long time, and somehow I came across your lectures, and I've been every morning from 3 o'clock, I start listening to your lectures. He has had a spine surgery and all that. He's been only listening to that. And today he contacted me because I put that Ramana Satsang and I found some new technique. And inside I put a plaque in the beginning of the video, Ramana Satsang with Swami Paramananda. Next plaque, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, contact number and email. Immediately he contacted because he didn't know how to contact. But he says, your Kathopanishad and the Geeta lectures, they were like a boat which took me across. I came to understand who am I really. और क्या चाहिए यार? An unknown person whom I don't even know. He doesn't know me. Has got affected in a positive way. See? So it gives you even more inspiration to do what you're doing. See? So now when I go to London, he's coming to meet me there. He says, I'll come. I got a friend there and I'll attend the lectures. I say, okay, come. So people are listening. We don't know who's listening. Many years ago, one lady called suddenly out of the blue. Swamiji, yes. She started crying on the phone. I said, what happened? She was a professor in one university in America. And she started crying. She says, I was sitting in front of the altar and my life has become a big mess. My husband doesn't talk to me. My two daughters don't talk to me. They avoid me. And I don't know where am I going wrong. I'm such a great devotee of the Lord. I said, that's the problem. You are the great devotee of the Lord. Stop being a devotee. Because that I am a great devotee, they are not. This comparison has increased her ego. So she stopped being a mother, she stopped being a wife, she stopped being a normal person. Doesn't watch movies, doesn't enjoy food, doesn't want to go with the family anywhere. She has become, I am unique, I am different. because I'm spiritual. You know? And then she was sitting in front of the altar and she prayed to the goddess. She prays to the goddess. She says, Amma, please help me. I don't know whom to go to. Where am I going wrong? Don't understand where I'm going wrong. And then she got up and sat at her laptop in the study. And the moment she put it on, I was there. And she doesn't know me. She has never seen me. And the YouTube or whatever the channel, automatically it opened there. And immediately she called me. And then I said, Swami Anubanji is coming, you go and listen to his lectures. Sorted. She called till she had something to resolve. Once it was cleared, now no connection. It's okay. This is how it works. You will call a plumber only if there is a problem, some pipe is blocked. You will not keep calling him, Arey yaar, you are a good plumber, come for food. No. You may do that. Where are we? हाँ, अभी टाइम हो गया क्या? 10 minutes. So why, even though I am unworthy, but if this unworthy person that I am, if I am guided by the right person, I will reach the right destination. I will reach the goal. And that's what Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is saying. In other words, whatever has come out of my mouth is only by the grace of Sri Shankara, is only by the grace of my Guru Maharaj. It's not my doing. In my heart, where are we? In my heart dwells my mighty preceptor, Sri Nivrittinatha. Now, who is that Sri Shankara? His elder brother. What is his name? Sri Nivrittinatha. Nivritti means withdrawal, the one who's absolutely withdrawn from the world. Shankara also withdrawn from the world. Shiva is continuously withdrawn. What is his job? Dissolution of the world. No value to the world, isn't it? And what is the job of Vishnu? Maintain the world. So what is Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is Vishnu. They say he is the aspect of Vishnu in him. So his elder brother is the one who is completely withdrawn from the world. Dnyaneshwari Maharaj, that is young boy, he is the Vishnu, aspect of Vishnu. He is maintaining the world. How is he maintaining it? By giving the right knowledge. And the third brother, he is Sopandev. He is the creator. He creates situations in their life. And who is their youngest sister? Muktabai. She is the Shakti. She is the power, which is keeping all of them together. So he says, in my heart dwells my mighty preceptor, Sri Nivrittinatha, who has placed the whole world under his obligation. Why under his obligation? Student will always speak like this about his teacher. Under his obligation. If you ask the teacher, have you got the whole world under your? He says, no, who said that? He says, hey, what did you say? But out of love and devotion and surrender to the teacher, the student speaks in this manner. Obligation. Because of his forbearance, the earth bears the movable and immovable world without complaint. So here, whether you take Nivrittinath as the guru, that is his elder brother, or you take Nivrittinath as the pure consciousness, which is independent of the moving and the immoving parts. What is the moving? Thoughts, breath. What is the immoving? Body parts. Body parts. Sun is untroubled by the moving or the immoving parts of the world. It's self-established. Is he worried if the sun, planets are there or not there? Will it make any shift in the position of the sun? No. But if sun is not there, all planets will collapse into each other. But sun is not dependent on them. They are dependent on it. The continuous change of day and night is dependent on the sun. Sun is not dependent on day and night. Similarly, find that aspect in yourself, this Nivritti Nath. Nath means the Lord. Nivritti is withdrawal, the Lord of withdrawal. So are we withdrawn from the waking dream and deep sleep? Or are we involved in the waking dream and deep sleep? If you can work that out, that's your answer. See? Nivrittinath. So because of his forbearance, the earth bears the movable and immovable world without complaint. The earth here means the body. The body bears the movable and immovable without complaint. It's going according to its destiny. It is living. It is going through the paces of life. But why is the body able to go through its paces of life? What is its pace? Birth, growth, disease, decay and death. This is its pace. This is its destination. Why is it able to make that journey? Can the body traverse this journey without life in it? Think. So what is that life? That life is that consciousness. Which is that consciousness? That which is completely withdrawn from the body, the gross, subtle and causal body. Yet supporting all of them. Maya tatamidam sarvam. See? So in that one word, nivritti, in that one word, forbearing of the earth is always the body. So space, air, fire, water, earth, you got all the 5 elements out of which you are made up of. Earth is the body, water is the lymphatic system. What is the fire?
Breath.
Huh?
Breath.
No. Breath is air. How can it be fire?
Digestion.
The Jatharagni. And it's not only there, it's pervading in the form is also the fire. The blood is also the water. The lymphatic system is also the water. The tongue is also the water. The earth is not only the body but also the nostrils, the smell. Water is whatever I have told just now. Fire is the form. Fire is the digestive fire. Fire is the eyes. Fire is the speech. All these are expressions of fire. Air, the breath. What else? That which is pushing all the liquid in the body in different direction. That is because of air. What else? Heartbeat is air. Because of air. See? And then last is space. And where is space? That which you have occupied. Every part of your body is occupying. Your mind is space. The thoughts are appearing in the space. Well, it is in conscious space, but you can say. And what else is space? What is the quality of space? Sound. Quality of space is sound. Quality of air is sound and touch. Quality of fire is sound, touch and form. Quality of water is sound, touch, form and taste. And quality of earth is sound, touch, form, taste and smell. So earth's independent quality is smell, but the other 4 it borrows from the above.
Yes.
So in space in which the whole world is, its quality is sound. But what about rest of them? Rest of the qualities, they are unmanifest. They are unmanifest. because space is the subtlest when compared with air, fire, water, earth. Subtlest is space, less subtle is the next grossification is air, the next grossification is fire, the next grossification is water, the next grossification is earth. We'll leave it here. I'll go into another tangent otherwise. So, okay. Because of the moon borrows his ambrosia and cools down the world, and the sun takes over a part of his splendor and dispels the darkness. From him the sea derives its water, and the water its sweetness. The sweetness is beauty. We'll look at this last two OVs in our, not last two, these two OVs, 17, 24 and 25 in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Just sit quietly for a moment.